good afternoon, everyone. This is your inaugural market recap. Today is August 21st. I'm going to start doing an afternoon market recap, highlighting a few things, good or bad, for better or for worse. And so we're going to start that off this afternoon. Now, I want to start off with the NASDAQ today in this video. And I'm going to call your attention to a couple of things. First of all, for those of you who are not subscribers to either the live trade room or the what we call the Essentials Pass. Now, the Essentials Pass is a low-cost subscription, $65 a month, and in it you get my daily G-Trade, my daily levels, and my morning brief. So this morning's morning brief was here, where we highlighted what we anticipated the market doing and how we were going to approach it. Just below there, my daily levels for the day, which we'll take a quick peek at here in a moment, and then the daily G-Trade. This is the one trade of the day that I post and make this available. And this will be free tomorrow, Friday, Free Friday coming up tomorrow. So we'll post the daily G-Trade for tomorrow to all members. That will be up here in the free section. So everything is free tomorrow. Free morning brief for free Friday G-Trade, free Friday levels. So everything that I put down here for our paid Essential Pass members, and of course our room subscribers have access to it as well. This will all be free tomorrow. Today, what did we say over here? Consider the NQ long near 225 to 220, bounces to 260 and then to 280. This was the G-level trade for today. Here I am trading it, and as we can see here now, we actually got several opportunities for it in the pre-market and then once the market opened. So I know it gets messy, and I really don't like having this on the chart myself, but you can see here in the NQ's case, we did trade it here. We got long down here. We covered it in the because it was pre-market and because it was an economic report coming out. I scalped out of it fairly quickly after the economic report came out. We had another opportunity right at the 9 a.m., just about coming into 9 a.m. Got long again, bought it again, covered here some more on the way up. Did a 3-lot trade here and got out of that on the bounce. And then the better trade here, we anticipated, the reason I approached it this way is, as I told everybody in the room, they will test this level in the pit. This is a pit session type event. And any pre-market bounce, they'll come back and do it again in the pit session. So took a quick little couple of scalps out of there, made a couple bucks. And then here, the pit session opened up and we got the better trade. And as you can see here, we scaled into a larger position here, bought a total of, I think it was a 4 or 5 lot, must have been a 5-6 lot trade here. Scaled in here, scaled out on the way up. And here we are getting out. Our final target was 283 to 2, so I listed it over here as 280. The G level is 283. So you can see here on our way up that we were scaling out of the trade here. And that NASDAQ worked out quite nice. So there's the NASDAQ trade for the morning. That was the kind of a one and done type event, so to speak. Let's take a look at the daily levels and see what we said about the NASDAQ. Here are the levels for the day. NQ pivot 355. First support 320 to 325. Lower support 235 to, I'm sorry, that should say 235 to 220, not 320. That's a typo. So this was the support that we were buying right here. Extreme support down at 23,100 and 23,040. We can see here that they almost got down to the 100 level. Didn't quite reach the more extreme support. But they did break our earlier support this morning and not quite getting down to the perfect. They did get down to 117, 120, not quite down to the 100 level. So this was our trade for the NASDAQ, as you can see it here. Let's go over to the ES, and we'll take a look at a couple of things in the ES. Now, because I was in the early morning trade in the NASDAQ on the long side, we were not buyers. Wanted to be buyers this morning, and we'll talk about that here. Let's take a look at the daily levels. Pivot was 64.16. We were looking to short 64.16 this morning. This morning when they ran up here, we were waiting for them on the short side. we did not get filled over here. First support 64.12, 64.09. Lower support 96 to 93. More extreme support 76 to 63.70. We were looking to go long here, close to 63.70 this morning. We did not get that opportunity this morning either. So here is the early morning. We were hoping that we would get filled down here. We had working orders on the long side, didn't get in. Working orders on the short side, didn't get in. But we had a nice successful trade in the NASDAQ that had worked out nice for us. So we weren't chasing, we stayed patient. Late this afternoon, right after 1:30, about midday actually, you can see here the perfect setup. The market finally got down to the long-awaited 63.70 level. This blue line here is what we call a G level. This is the trade right here. We can see beautifully that Ultra picked up on it. Ultra had levels on either side. This is a beautiful setup, and that trade worked out long for everybody who took it. The stochastical setup was really nice. All right, check this out. See if we can see this. We had a nice lower low, and the stochastic was ever so slightly about the same. Little bit of divergence, a little bit of bullish divergence there, but it's clearly got on the 5-minute chart, a little oversold. A little bit of a higher stoke, not a ton, but a little bit of divergence. More importantly, we hit the perfect level at the perfect time. This was an important bottom that we were waiting for the market to bottom here. We called this before it happened and said that the market would come down and should come down, and if it did, it would give us a nice timing for a bottom. This was the advance and the bounce right on back up. To, again, as you can see over here, 96 to 93 over here in the daily levels. So the lower extreme support down here at 70 to 71 provided a lift right back on up to the 93 to 96 as depicted in the daily level. So even if you don't have the Ultra indicator, it gave you a nice opportunity to understand where those prices were going to be and how to target them on the bounce. So it worked out quite nice for our traders. Very pleased with that. And again, those levels were over here. Nailed those levels beautifully, and the trade worked out fantastic. So we had a very successful S&P day. We can see here that this is the account. What we try to do here is trade a few small micros, on each, and the bulk of this was done in the NASDAQ. And again, nice morning for us. A pretty good afternoon trade. Loved it. So there's our net result for the day. We'll begin to show this live every day as well. So again, you can see here in the trade room P&L, this is what it looks like over here. And again, keeping it green. Red is down, obviously a negative day. Blue I did not trade. Green are profitable days. And again, you can see here the net result. Again, I'm trying not to be flashy and promise thousands of dollars a day. What I'm trying to illustrate is how to deal with the prop firms, how to be successful, pass your evals in a reasonable fashion, get to PA account, get funded, get payouts, and stay that way. Reasonable gains, manageable risk, real results, no BS. And so we'll be doing this every day. Hope you've enjoyed this little bit of a recap. Again, some really great trading today. Tomorrow's going to be a very important day. We've got Powell speaking at Jackson Hole. Market's been a little bit waiting for that. I would not be surprised tomorrow to test yesterday's lows, which were down here at about the 63, 64 level. I would not be surprised to see the ES tomorrow. Potentially one more day of a little bit of pressure to the downside. Clip yesterday's lows, maybe make a slight new low. Could easily get down into the 63.50s and put an important bottom in. So we're in a bottoming phase here this week. Last 3 days of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, is what we've talked about here for a bottoming in the equities. NASDAQ is the first to have done it, and we're in this phase of bottoming. So since we're in the phase of bottoming, a little bit more to the downside is not going to be a surprise if that happens, and very likely will happen, and we'll look to take advantage of it again tomorrow. So we will watch bounces. We will take advantage of them. We'll see where the market comes in tomorrow. Look for the free morning brief over here tomorrow. Friday free trade, Friday free levels, Friday free morning brief. Be sure to check all that out tomorrow. And if you like it, let us know. Have a great evening, everybody. I'll see you here tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching.